Welcome to Desktop Drams. This is a little series that we're doing to see if you guys are interested in these antique to modern release comparison episodes. We're doing them a little differently right now. Either we're going to keep doing this if you guys like it, or we're going to shift it to one of the Friday episodes and it'll be an additional thing. But I wanted to test out something new, just to see. This is Ballantine's. These were a gift from Nathan Huey. This one, we bought this one for the vault. This bottle is, as far as we know, 1960s. As far as we know, this bottle is about 60 years old. And I'm going to give you more details on that at a certain point, but I haven't even touched this one at all. The last one we had opened because we tried them with Nathan. But we're going to open this up and get a little bit of history. The Ballantine's family, all of their stories, early 1800s, we start seeing things about the merchant, George Ballantine. And he opens up a shop in Edinburgh. He's selling his wares, and he was one of the first people to offer shipping. If you order from our shop, we'll deliver it to your place. He's the original Uber Eats. He starts expanding into alcohol. This is really not coming apart smoothly, just in case you were wondering. It's just flaking, all this foil. Oh wait, before I pull that, is that okay, I don't want to damage that because that is a number right there that at some day we might be able to know something about what that means. So I'm just taking the top, and trying not to destroy any other information if I can help. There we go, okay, that's what we got. Anyway, he starts inviting his sons in. They start expanding into spirits, selling spirits, and then blending. They start expanding in cities. He brings multiple sons in on the business. Ooh, screw top already. I'm going to let that sit for just a second. I'm not even going to smell it yet because I don't know. I mean, that bottle's just been opened. This one's already been opened. I just want to smell it so bad. I won't get my notes out. Okay. So, 1891, they end up getting the Royal Warrant, which means if you know what the Royal Warrant is, the Royal Warrant means that you are an authorized vendor to sell things to the royal family. That's what it means. So you can have multiple whiskey companies have a Royal Warrant, or shops, or basically anyone who offers services to the royal family has to be approved. And when you're approved to provide services to the royal family, you get given a royal warrant, and then you can market the fact that you have a royal warrant and your products are served to the royalty, and they still pay for it. but it's it's a marketing thing, but it is a real thing too. Okay, I'm gonna let this for a second. It's 1910 that Ballantine's, for the first time ever, starts what becomes their flagship blend, which is Ballantine's Finest. Now this one still just says Ballantine's, but look at that. 100% Scotch, liquor blended Scotch whiskey, by appointment to Victoria and Edward VII. And on the back there's nothing, just the bottle imprint. Now, real quick, before we go any further, on the nose. Whew, okay. Candy apple. Like hard candy, like Jolly Rancher, red apple juicy fruit, and then flower garden and floral mustiness. But that red apple jumps out a lot. It's very like fruit. It's very apple forward, malty round. This is pretty. This is very pretty. I don't know if they do any smoky components in this, but I was told a few things by the archivist with Pernod, so we'll see. I'll read that in a second. I'm not going to drink it yet, though. I want to try the other one first. Okay, this was purchased last December. It's about 6-month-old bottle. It's 2024. I don't know about which. They probably have batch numbers this, and I can tell them which one it is. Hey, a little more phenolic. A little more, rubber is the wrong word, but a little more punch grain forward. This one's way more honeysuckle and red apple, and this one's way more round and grain front. Like the grain notes are a lot pushed forward on this one. but it's got a similar footprint. It's distinctly different, but not a completely different whiskey. I would say probably 15% variation of like, yeah, these are two different whiskeys. And they're aiming for the same direction. They're both looking down the same color palette, but the 1960s one, very fruit forward and orchard, and the 2024s, way less so. Way more of the honey. The red apple's there, but it's second to the honey and the grass malt note. Interesting. We're going to try these in a second. In the 1930s, they sell to Hiram Walker. Hiram Walker does a lot of work expanding this business and taking Ballantines all over the world. Massive footprint. It grows the brand in every possible direction you can imagine. At a certain point, Walker sells it out to, I think, Allied Dominique, and then Allied eventually sells it in the late 2000s, aughts, to Pernod Ricard, the French company, who now currently still owns them. The same people who own Middleton, Redbreast, and the whole Hiram Walker line. I mean, the Weisers is in there. I was put in touch with Robert Athol? Sorry, Robert, if I'm getting your name wrong. He's the archivist for Pernod. And from Don Livermore. Don and I were hanging out here on campus, and I told Don, hey, I wanted to do a review of these two, and he put me in touch with Robert in France, and we just talked over email. So I'm going to read you Robert's note really quick. And of course, safety first. So Robert says, hey, thanks for your inquiry. Dating of Ballantine's bottles isn't a precise art, but we can see that they are celebrating 100 and... Where did he see that? He said we can see that they're celebrating 135 years. He must have seen that somewhere that I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. In use for over 135 years, because he was looking and I was not paying attention to that. So it can't be before 1962 because the math doesn't add up, but it can't be after the late 1960s because they started adding color to the white imprint on the labels. So this is sometime mid to late 60s. Sadly, he said, I can't tell you a ton more about what's in this because they did a really bad job of record keeping on the Ballantine's line. So there is really no true historical knowledge of that entire 135-year range, now almost 200-year range, which is crazy. I think I'm finding something to be common in modern blend releases, and that is that sort of grain metallic malt funk note is way more front forward and everything else takes a back seat. And in these 1960s blends, they're way more fruit forward, way more floral. And once again, I'm going to take a sip now, but yeah, same thing. Slightly more thin. On the 1960s, it's soft, buttercream, red apple, a little bit of honeysuckle, and then water. On the 2024, 60 years later, whoa, way more going on in the palate. That juicy fruit red apple has exploded in the palate on the 2024. And it's a little more vibrant and honey forward, and then it flattens out and kind of washes away. Not a lot of lingering oils, but a nice burst of flavor. The nose is still phenolic and grain forward. On the 60s, again, nose is dominantly led by that floral red apple. And the palate, soft and buttercream, sweet, and then gone. This is so fascinating to me. So I just wanted to thank Robert for shooting back an email with what he did know, and Don for connecting us. Thank Nathan Huey for the bottles. I appreciate you guys. If you like this, then keep sharing it. The more views and the more likes it gets, the more we will likely continue something like this. In the meantime, cheers to you. And I'm really glad you're here. All right, if you like this, then like and subscribe. That's it. I mean, if we're gonna keep doing this series of antique comparisons in this way, I just need to see you guys reward it. And that's how I'll know that we're doing the right thing. Cheers.